Hi everyone, welcome back. So, in this session, we are going to discuss what is Response Aspect Builder. Okay, Response Aspect Builder is a class provide you a builder to create a response specification. So, last session we have discussed, response specification. So, by using the Response Aspect Builder, we having the many method to reuse, whatever the things you have to validate in your response side, like we have to validate our status code, like you have to validate a status line, or you have to validate a status a state sorry content type, or you have to validate response time, right? So this all the things you have to validate in your test cases. Got it, right? So what will happen, this all the things you have to not implement for every test cases. We can provide a common implementation and we can reuse this, so we can save our time as well. Got it, right? So just here I have given some point response aspect builder class. So technically response aspect builder is a class provide you a builder to create a response a specification. So this class has self explanatory method like aspect status code, aspect headers, etc. compared to the method of response specification interface. So here just I have given you some a snapshot of the method, like we have a aspect a status code, or we have a spect a status line, or we have a spect content type, a respect response time, right? So now you can see how we can implement this response aspect. So let's move in the practical part. So here we have a snapshot of response spec example. So let me try to implement this. So these are the previous code, guys. So let me clean this complete code, otherwise you will get confused. I'm deleting all the things. This is the previous code in the previous session whatever we have implemented. So okay, so here what I have done, just I have added one more point, rest assured request a specification and request aspect builder dot build. So this is the request builder, request aspect builder. Now in the last video we have already seen that how to implement that request aspect builder. So now we are trying to implement response aspect builder. So how to implement? So first we will go step by step. We will create a response aspect builder uh, object. Okay, response yes, response aspect builder is res aspect builder equal to new response aspect builder. Okay, so here we are using method chaining, so I will not close here by using the uh, semicolon here, right? So here we will call the method. So we have a method called aspect status code, aspect status code. So here this is the beauty of response spec builder. So we'll get many method for the validation. Now I'm going to validate aspect content type, right? You can see how many method if you want to validate cookies, headers, anything in the response side we are able to validate. So next method I will use aspect content type. So content type here, this is the content type is your enum. We will pass, and here we have a JSON. Okay, so content type is JSON. We are going to pass. Now, guys, here we will use the log also. Okay, so log details dot all. So here you will get the logs as well, all the logs which is you are getting. And now finally we will try to the last we will use rest assured dot response specification response specification equal to, now we have a response spec builder, response spec builder dot build method. Okay, we will use build method. So this is, we have implemented the common library here. So here we have to, close here by using the semicolon. Now we have in the last, if you are using here, you have to use here rest assured, then you have to call response specification, then this is your variable, instance variable or response spec builder, and we are building that. Now we will try to create one test cases. So I won't take much time, the test cases are already there. So let me try, let me check whatever the test cases we have implemented in this example. Mm, I think we are not using response spec. Okay, so 1 second, guys. Okay, guys, so let me try to implement this, test cases. So let me create a test, and we have a public void, then test case name. I will write here validate status code, or you can write validate body or anything, as per your convenient, you can use this. So I'm using like validate response body. Okay, and now we can just use here get, and here workspaces. Let me copy from here. I'll pass here workspaces. So here you have to return response type. Okay, so now workspaces, then let me do one thing. I will first implement this part, then that extract, then we have a response, then okay, this is your response. So here what I can do, this is your response, response. Okay, now this response, and then we will use assert that, and we will validate the same. So just I'll copy the previous code, the same thing we are doing here. Okay, so because we have already explained you this all the things many times, so just I'll copy paste to saving our time. Okay, that's all, guys. So in this session, just we have learned how to implement response spec builder. So let me run this. You can see test case is pass, and here you are getting this validation and our test case is pass. So we are using a Hamcrest while doing the validation. You can use any other session as well for the test engine, you can use as well, but here I'm using the Hamcrest. If like something is not going to match, right, if you will pass wrong or it is returning some uh, wrong thing, like, or it is having the some defects, so your test case will fail, you can see, right, like you are getting some error, right. So let me, I'll try to check our uh, request response spec builder is working fine or not. Just I am writing a 201. Okay, and let me run this and let's see how it will work. So it should be fail. Okay, you can see now it is failed, right, because you have passed to our response spec builder is working. Okay, so if you will go for the, you can say expected is 201, but found, but sorry, expected status code is 201, but bugs 200, right. So our code is working fine. So like that you can validate, you can add more validation and all. So that's all in this video guys. So see you in the next session. And if you are new in the channel, please share and subscribe my channel and press bell icon to get new video notification. If you are a beginner or if you want to learn API testing or REST assured, then please watch the complete video and complete series. And definitely coming days, we are trying to upload complete syllabus of REST assured. So thank you so much. See you in the next session. Bye bye.